How do you define mastering a language? Well, a lot of people talk about mastering languages, speaking fluently, and being able to speak a language fluently and mastering language are pretty interesting questions. Because what's it really like? Well, some people consider it that mastering language is like reaching advanced level, and that's pretty well thought. That's a good definition, but I wouldn't go so far. I wouldn't go so far because when it comes to studying several languages and multiple languages, and I believe that an upper intermediate level can be considered mastering language. So languages like, for instance, Polish. I only studied a little bit so far, just a few hours. Then I put it on hold once again. Languages like Vietnamese, I only studied from time to time, and I know that tones are really hard to master, and pronunciation and rhythm and stuff like that. Very hard. Everything is pretty hard in Vietnamese. What else? Languages like Estonian. Well, teach yourself won't leave you on an upper intermediate level. It won't leave you on a low intermediate at its most intermediate level. If you use colloquial Estonian and teach yourself Estonian, you'll probably be able to speak with an intermediate level. And so you'll need some more words and expressions to attain an upper intermediate level. And now, sorry guys, bad weather, bad health, I don't know. And so now the question is, unless you are that good in Estonian, and in order for you to use books in Estonian, there are some available on the internet too, or unless you know Russian and you are able to use books in Russian, well, it will be, let's say, almost impossible to reach an advanced level in Estonian. So an upper intermediate level will already be hard to achieve, but I believe that it can be considered mastering Estonian if you are able to speak with the upper intermediate level. So, what's it like, an upper intermediate level? Well, it's something that I don't have in any of the languages that I study, with the exceptions of the ones that I obviously speak pretty good, which is Spanish, near native, English, advanced, high C1, low C2, I don't know, you tell me, because I don't know, and Portuguese native speaker. Then I'm pretty much at low intermediate, the languages that I study. So I consider it that by the time I can reach an upper intermediate level, so if I am able to understand 75 or 80% of everything that I hear on everyday conversations, movies, TV, whatsoever, so that will be an upper intermediate level. And that, for all means, I would say that is mastering the language. So there are several other languages that I don't know if I will be able to learn them on an low advanced level. So languages like Mandarin, Chinese, and Japanese. Well, there are so many resources, Arabic, based on the amount of resources available. And if you decide to do what I decided to do for these languages, which is studying them during several years, well, I've just restarted Mandarin, Chinese, and Arabic, and I intend to kind of restart to Japanese. I only made a few hours before. And those languages, I believe that it's a matter of time to reach like low advanced level. More than that, we have to live in the country. I use the language daily. But languages like Korean, they're hard. There are less resources, or there are resources, but only in Korean. Only in Hangul, the alphabet, and there are less resources than for Japanese or for Mandarin Chinese, for sure. So it's another language harder to reach a low advanced level. So I would be happy with an upper intermediate level. So the ability to understand 75%, at least 75% of everyday communication, it's pretty good. Languages like Turkish, I'm not sure if I will be able to reach a low advanced level in Turkish, but I believe that if I reach an upper intermediate level, I will be able to say I speak I have mastered this language. I speak this language fluently, because we don't need to be perfect. Despite the fact that I'm a perfectionist, I realize that we don't need to be perfect, and we don't have to. So, what else can I say? Other examples? I was thinking about one. Oh yeah, Hindi. Well, in Hindi, I would like to master the language. I would like to speak it fluently. The thing is, I will never speak it like a native, of course. I'm not even thinking about that in other languages, with some exceptions that it might take me like, well, what, 15, 20 years? I don't know. I don't know, at least like 7 years more. Languages like Finnish or Swedish, and it will be very hard for me to speak Finnish with a near native fluency. So advanced levels, okay. But languages like Hindi, I believe that I can say that I speak Hindi fluently by the time I have an upper intermediate level. So this is what I wanted to say. How do you guys define mastering a language, speak fluently a language? I believe that an upper intermediate level is speaking a language fluently. See you guys then.